Hi fellow traders, I'm making this video to share my EUR USD analysis with you. This is Thursday, and we all forex traders, including corporate institutional traders, banks, and everybody, uh, all of forex traders are waiting for an important news today, that whether or not ECB is going to taper their quantitative easing called um, pandemic emergency purchase program, which was started to stimulate the economy post COVID pandemic hit the economy. So it was a program of 80 billion, and there is a probability that they can cut it down from 80 billion to 60 billion or 70 billion a month. And the movement in the euro will depend on uh, up to what degree they cut, whether they cut by 10 billion or 20 billion. This will cause the movement in euro USD. So if uh, this probability of tapering on their pandemic emergency purchase program has increased, because their inflation level has increased beyond their 2.2% CPI of July, and CPI has surged to 3% in August. So to control this, then they can taper this quantitative easing. This is one probability. There is another probability that they will simply follow the Fed. Therefore, they will not taper the quantitative easing program now. Rather, they will wait for Fed to take the first step. So it can take a couple of months to make a decision of tapering the pandemic emergency purchase program. So and there are some other factors which are supporting that this is today. Today is not the time for tapering for ECB, because some other factors, like if you look at some data from the Germany, like retail sales and consumer and business sentiment, PMI figures, all of these things from Germany are not good, and are below forecast. So we have to make a plan what we are gonna do if ECB will taper the asset purchase program, or if ECB will not purchase. So we'll have to be ready for the both scenarios. We don't have to be biased what they're gonna do. We just have to make the plan for both scenarios. So this is 7:21 a.m. And approximately we have approximately 24 minutes to make this plan. And so we'll not put any straddles. Rather, we will take a decision after first spike. By the time you will hear or read the news, the spike will already be caused, and most of the movement will already be made by the market. So we'll have to be ready as per the price action. Now let's look at the technical factor, and then we'll make a trading plan combined with our technical analysis. This is MACD predictor line. Price is now staying above MACD predictor line, so we can say that the price is technically in uptrend on daily time frame, and there can be a chance that price can simply move like ABCD. Recent downward movement has caused sufficient retracement for further continuation. So this can be one probable scenario if they will taper the asset purchase program today. If they will not taper, then there is a probability that market will fall down, and then it will make something like inverted head and shoulder pattern, where this is the left shoulder, this is the head, and this will be the right shoulder, which is something around 1750. So we have to be ready to take sell position with the target of 1750. So how will we decide? That is a big question. We'll go to this 1 hour time frame. Let me remove these ellipses from smaller time frames like 1 hour and 4 hour. So let me make them stick to daily time frame only. Okay. Alright, now it's looking clear here. So if we look at this 1 hour time frame, Our RSI has crossed above 50, giving us a bullish signal, but now it crossed below 50 again. And these factors will not be very significant right now because market is not gonna take technical factors into account. However, we'll have to figure out our SL and TP based on the technical factors, which is why we need to look at them. So there we have two important levels which uh, market will reach after this ECB statement today. One is 1750 to the downside and another one is 119 to the upside. So we'll have to be ready for buy. If we're gonna buy, 119 will be our target, immediate target. If the tapering will be bigger than 10 billion, it can reach up to 1.990, 1.1975 or even 1.20, which are the significant resistance zone. So it will take time to hear the news, read the news, whether or not they're tapered by 10 billion or 20 billion. But before we read the news, we'll have to make a decision of for trading today. So trading, if they will taper by 20 billion, then the target can be 1975 instead of 119.00. That's why we will make another plan to trade again to target 1975. Right now, right after the news, when we'll see a spike and we have to enter the market, we will initially target only 119 to the buy side and 1750 to the sell side. So how we are going to take entry? So let's put the line here. This is the target to the upside, 119, and our target to the downside is 1750. All right. $17.50 approximately. Price right now is at 18.27.8. Sometimes initial spike gives a false signal and market reverse pretty soon, within a couple of minutes. Therefore, after making initial entry, you will have to look at the news. So keep your TV on and keep one eye on the TV, another eye on your chart screen. It's pretty difficult to trade news, and this is only suitable for the people who are risk takers and who really enjoy trading news. I am one of them, and I trade only the news which I understand. So I already understand these things in EUR USD, and I see that these are the two levels. So right now it's at 1827, and the total distance to the downside is approximately 80 pips, and to the upside is 70 pips. So we can take an entry after initial movement of at least more than 25 pips or 20 pips. If market will initially move by 25 pips or 20 pips to either direction, then it will retrace back in a fraction of a second, and you'll have to make an immediate entry to target. So let's say market suddenly cause a spike to the upside like this. 1 second. It will be a sudden spike. Then it will suddenly come down. It will go by, let's say, 26 pips, suddenly comes down, and then you take the position. So once you take the position, you'll have to be very careful to see whether you took position according to the news or not. Last time I was trading NFP, and initial spike was really great in EUR USD to the upside and USD JPY to the downside, but we found that the USD is going to be neutral after looking at the average hourly earnings versus the NFP data was negative. Average hourly earnings was positive, which offset the negative effect of negative NFP numbers. So we immediately closed our buy position in EUR USD within a couple of minutes. So we'll have to be quick like this. If we see initial spike, but then we find that there is no taper and market suddenly jump because of buy stop orders. What happens in the market is many people set straddles, like buy stops and sell stop order. So if market moves to the upside and many buy stop orders are hit in the market, it increases the demand immediately within a fraction of a second. and that's why market goes up for a couple of seconds or couple of minutes, even if there is no real news in the market, there is no real if there is even if there is no real economic factor, and then it comes back according to economic factors. So that's why even if our initial entry is made according to the initial spike, we have to look at the news, and maybe we'll have an idea within 2-3 minutes after the 7:45. We'll have the numbers by 7:45. No, not 7:45, maybe 7:46, 7:47, exact numbers, and then we can take the decision what to do with the trade. If initial spike was really caused by tapering, we can continue on the buy trade. If there was a false initial spike, we should close the buy trade immediately, and we should enter the sell trade and target 1750. So that's all we have to. So plan is very simple. Step 1, look for initial spike of around 25 pips, enter in the direction of spike. If there will be a retracement, let's say it jump up by 25 pips, it retraces down by 10 pips, and then you can enter. Your entry will be better. You can do the same thing in the sell side. If it plunges down by, let's say, 25 pips and retraces up by 10 pips, then you can take entry. So first step is to take an entry after initial spike and a followed immediate retracement. Then the second step is to look at the number of tapering. If there is tapering, hold on to the buy trade. There is no tapering, close the buy, open the sell position. We do not need anything to enter the sell position. If there is no tapering, we will simply sell and wait for 1750. So that's all about this trading plan. Thank you for watching.